Hey guitar chefs, it's my week 25 video and I have some updates in my routines and in my results, so let's get to it. The major update I did this week is that I stopped uploading daily to my website because I realized neither anyone would ever see all of this and neither I will rewatch all these raw videos without any editing. So I decided just to switch to weekly uploads as everyone else in this group. And there were some cons of this situation is that I had to practice daily, that I had anything to upload. But the cons of it was that I needed to set up lighting, to set the camera, to sit here at the exact point. It's not very comfortable as well. So it's just made some barriers between me and the practice. So I decided to eliminate them. I still practice pretty much every day. Maybe not as organized as I did before, but it works. And I think I'll continue doing it like this. It's the same reason I decided to get rid of this stuff as I got rid of the straps on the guitars. Because it may not sound like much, but when you have a strap, you have each time you take the guitar, you spend extra few seconds to put the strap on, and it's not as well as it should be. I mean, if you want to practice, you don't need anything that stands in the way. So now I just, when I feel like it, I take the guitar. It's not with the strap. I don't have to set up anything like phone or lighting or so on and so forth. So I just take it, I just turn on the metronome and practice, play, do some fun stuff, and or maybe some ear training as well. So yeah, I think that's gonna be great for my enjoyment of the practice because I'm not saying that I stopped enjoying it, but I think I just made it pretty much better. Anyway, I last week I didn't know how to set up my goal for this week because I haven't touched the bending solo or glissando solo, and I didn't know what goal should I set to myself. So I set myself goal just to play it, the bending solo with the metronome, but I ended up playing both of them at the original speed without any major problems. The issue is these bends completely messed up my fingers. So these are some of the photos. The progress of my fingers being messed up. And now they are in this condition. It's not good. And when I was recording the final results today, I was going through some physical pain and I had to adjust my technique a bit, just not to hit the strings with that parts of the fingers. So yeah, my videos are not perfect, but I have been recording each of them for like 10 or 15 minutes, so it's not gonna be better than this for now. Hopefully next week these injuries will heal and I'll record something more decent. Anyway, here's my bending solo. I realize that not all the bends are perfect. I think I'll even add some comments during the editing saying which bends are flat and which are sharp for you to realize that I know where I mess up and where I don't. My ear might be not perfect, but I think I can hear when something sounds wrong. Anyway, here's the video. And the next stop is Glissando Solo. I didn't know what Glissando was, and it sounds pretty mysterious and hard. So I hadn't touched it at all. But after a few days of playing bending solo, I realized that I am pretty good at it and could learn something else. So I decided to add the Glissando solo, or at least give it a try. And when I realized that glissando means just slides, I'm pretty confident and comfortable with them. So I decided to learn the solo as well, and it went great. Yeah, I have nothing to say here. Is there are 2 or 3 mistakes? It's because of my fingers. I just couldn't afford to record for another few minutes because my fingers just they're pissing me off. Okay, and I'm really mad because it's not the meme. It's really I was just so pumped up when I was recording and keep hitting the strings with the parts that caused me pain. I was like, it was a perfect take before all of this happens. So yeah, basically that's it. I changed the position of the camera. Hopefully I'll edit something fancy with it. Maybe do some crops or something else. I'm working on being a better editor as well, because it might help me with my future covers and so on and so forth. So I think I'll figure something out with this video. Anyway, ear training. I haven't managed to pull off the perfect attempt, but still I'm pretty close. Here are my attempts of this week. Since I stopped uploading daily, I will insert each and every attempt of this week in the video, just so I and everyone could see what I've been up to. Anyway, that's it for this week. Next week I'll continue working on these solos. Hopefully my fingers will heal, and see you next week, guitar chefs.